Good morning, students. This is the second video of the chapter Understanding Laws. And in this video, we'll try to understand the concept of the rule of law. And thereafter, we'll try to understand that how the different type of controversial laws was passed by the Britishers. And we'll also discuss the types of laws that was mainly controversial in nature during British time. So let's start with the rule of law. So here you can see that there are different aspects of rule of law. The first one is written equality under the law. Second is transparency of law. Third is independent judiciary. And fourth one is accessible legal remedies. So we can see here that rule of law denotes that all are equal before the law. Without a discrimination, the law is going to give the same type of protection to every individual. Second point is here that law must be transparent. It should be easily understandable also to the common man. And laws should be very clearly laid down by the constitution or by the authorities so that even the common man can easily interpret it. Now next one is independent judiciary. The question may arise that suppose who is going to raise the issue if someone is going to break the law. Then there is a provision of independent judiciary. Independent judiciary is going to implement the law. And last one is accessible legal remedy. If someone is going to violate the law, if someone government official is going to disrupt the procedure of law, then there must be some legal remedy before the citizens. And citizens should have the right to approach the court for the implementation of law. So these are the four different aspects of rule of law. So Britishers translated this rule of law, and it was formulated in order to give justice. So let's start that how the rule of law was implemented in India when we got independence, and even before that, when the members of the Constituent Assembly, they agreed that there should be no arbitrary exercise of power in independence India. During the British time, many arbitrary laws were made by the Britishers, and that created lot of problems in India and particularly to the Indians. Therefore, when the matter of rule of law was presented before the Constituent Assembly, they agreed that there should be no arbitrary exercise of power in independent India, and therefore they made several provisions in the Constitution that would establish the rule of law. So all the four systems, that is equality under the law, that is transparency of law, that is independent judiciary, and accessible legal remedies, all were included in the Constitution of India. Our constitutional framers, they included all these aspects in the Constitution of India. And the Constitution of India framed in such a manner that incorporated different aspects of rule of law, and it is still valid, it is still relevant in the present situation. So we'll have to understand that Indians got experience in the British time, and with that experience they gained much knowledge about the rule of law, and finally rule of law was implemented in India by the Constituent Assembly through the Constitution. So you'll have to understand that how the rule of law was incorporated or how it was implemented. For that you'll have to understand again that Britishers claim that they were the actually formulator of the rule of law, but the reality was quite different. Here when the Britishers came, they imposed many arbitrary rules. Here it is written, one example of arbitrary rule of British law was there, Sedition Act of 1870. So Britishers came in India and they passed a Sedition Act. So what was there in the Sedition Act of 1870? Sedition Act was very strange. And what was the specific about it? It was especially designed in order to tease Indians. It was especially formulated in order to create problems for the Indians. Any person protesting or criticizing the British government could be arrested without due trial. It is written clearly that under the Sedition Act that was passed in 1870, it was formulated to tease or to create problems for Indians only. And any person who were protesting or criticizing the British government could be arrested without due trial. There was no trial. And because of this, it was much criticized in the local press also and among the nationalist group also. Now, second point is written clearly that Indian nationalist lawyers began protesting and criticizing the arbitrary use of authority by the Britishers. Here you have to understand that Britishers came with different types of law, and that was mainly formulated in order to create problems for Indians. And that is why many lawyers like Bhulabhai Desai, Nehru, and many more, they protested, they criticized the arbitrary use of authority by the Britishers, and they clearly told that the Britishers should not impose these type of act because it is the violation of rule of law. So the claim that was made by Britishers that they actually formulated the rule of law is not true, because we can see easily that they formulated the laws that was based on completely arbitrary manner, and after that they made in order to criticize or in order to create problem for India. So that is why Indian nationalists claim that the law that was made or the formula or the concept of rule of law was not given by the Britishers, although they initiated it, but it was not completely initiated or it was not completely implemented by Britishers. Then the question may arise, then how it was implemented? So it was implemented by the efforts of nationalists. It was implemented by the great effort of nationalists, and this is how the nationalists and particularly the lawyers who were easily able to interpret the different type of law during British time. So because of their effort, the formula of rule of law was developed, and finally it was incorporated into the Constitution of India. So rule of law is very, very important, because rule of law is the base of every law that is made today in India. Without going through the rule of law, concept of rule of law, it is not possible to frame any law. And if any law will be made without following the concept of rule of law, then the law that will be made, it will be meaningless, it will be pointless. So again, here you have to understand that the four important aspects are implemented in our country, and all the laws that are made in our country, they are going to follow these guidelines or these aspects. That any law that is made in India, it is equally implemented, it is universal in nature, and that law will treat everyone in an equal manner. Similarly, any law that is made in India, it is completely transparent. It is completely transparent. It is going to give transparency to the ordinary citizens. Ordinary citizens can easily see that how the law is working, what is the procedure through which law is implemented. Similarly, independent judiciary is there, Supreme Court is there in India to interpret the law. If the law is unconstitutional, the Supreme Court can easily, or the apex court can easily discard it. And last one is accessible legal remedy. Of course, all the citizens of India have the right. They have the right to go to approach the court for legal justice. If something is wrong, if something is done that is unconstitutional, it must be challenged. And that is how under the rule of law, this concept of accessible legal remedy has been given, and Indians are actually following it. In the next video, when we will discuss about different types of law, we'll try to understand how the rule of law is being implemented in those aspects. So, we understood the concept of rule of law and the different aspect. So, I think now there is no problem in that and everything is clear in the rule of law. Thank you so much.